what's up? My name is Shannon and I am new. So I had this crazy idea when I was drinking 2 days ago that I should start making YouTube videos on conspiracy theories. Now, I have been obsessed with conspiracy theories as long as I can remember, and I like to watch conspiracy theories. I like to watch documentaries, all the YouTubers, and I thought there's not really many conspiracy vloggers. There's documentaries, but there's not many people talking about them. So I thought, why not just do mine? So I have a lot of conspiracy theories to talk about. Some of them are well known, some of them are less well known. Some of them are old, and hopefully some will be new. So today I'm going to be talking about flight MH370, which is very, very popular and it's a well-known conspiracy theory. So I thought, no, why not give it a go? If it doesn't work, I've got nothing less. I've got nothing to lose, and if it does, then this will just be something that I enjoy. I'm not looking to gain anything out of it. It's just something I like to do. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Also, I just wanted to add just a disclaimer. These are not factual. They are just theories. So please just keep that in mind. So let's get on to the video. So I have I have picked out a few conspiracy theories that I have researched and all that stuff. So yeah, let's go with it. So theory 1, there is a French former airlines that claim that the US military has shot down the Malaysian flight MH370, and they kind of they covered it up in a way. Well, covered it up. They speculated that the Americans would have targeted the aircraft as they feared another attack would happen. As on the they thought that it would be a similar attack on the September 11th style on the military base, as Beijing 777 crashed near a military base near when it's wrong, Diego Garcia. It's this military base, and basically Beijing 77 crashed there, and they apparently they conspiracized, I think. I'm not quite sure if that's a word. But they shot down the Malaysian flight as they feared it would be another attack, and they kind of covered it up so no one would possibly find out. But then again, that is just a theory. I think it's interesting. I say it's likely, but why didn't they say oh, we thought it would be attacked, or could they get in contact with the plane? So it's possible, but I don't know. I think it's unlikely. But it's interesting though. It's really interesting. Theory number 2. This one is very interesting, and if you get to know me, I love conspiracy like these. This one really gets me. If that makes sense. I have a really big passion for these kind of theories. So the second one is another Bermuda Triangle. Now, as everyone knows, or if you're not living under a rock, everyone knows what a Bermuda Triangle is. It's a devil's triangle, which is in the ocean. You know what I mean? I'll do a video on it, a very detailed one into it. People have theories that there is another Bermuda Triangle, because I read let's say Bermuda Triangle is here. on the opposite side, the complete opposite, like this is like a line, you can draw a line, it's like there. The opposite side of the map, like people speculate that there's like there's a Bermuda Triangle, which doesn't make sense, but then again, what other theories make sense, I guess. But theorists suggest that the flight MH370 disappeared on over a patch of ocean, the exact opposite side from Bermuda Triangle, which is a bizarre coincidence. But is it a coincidence? Or is it another Bermuda Triangle Devil's Trap? Which is really interesting. But then again, no one knows the specific place where the MH370 disappeared. I think it's interesting. I have no idea, because how can you tell them that there's a Bermuda Triangle, like another one? And does the Bermuda Triangle actually exist? I think it does, in my personal opinion. But to have two Bermuda Triangles, I'm not quite sure about that, to be honest. I would like to think that there is, but I haven't actually searched, has anyone else been missing there, I guess. Excuse me. I'm definitely going to look into that and see if if anyone else has been missing, because then again, there could be two Bermuda Triangles that not many people know about, because I didn't even know about this. So I guess you learn something, I guess. Now, the next theory is very, very, very interesting. If you get to know me, I know I'm going to say this again, but I absolutely love this conspiracy theory. I live for this. Like, I literally live for it. So the next theory we're going to talk about is aliens. Now, you're probably going to say, what is she talking about? Aliens are not real. Maybe, maybe not. Has anyone actually seen Paul, the movie? As a kid, I used to think about, like, aliens and little green men running around in little spaceships, and because that's what they do in movies. They portray in movies and TV shows that the little green alien men, you know, with like weird voices, like or something like that. That does not sound anything like an alien. But yeah, it's really interesting. I love it. Anyway, back to the theory. People believe that the extraterrestrial was involved with the disappearance of flight MH370. Now, why they believe that is because there was no wreckage, no debris, nothing was found when searching for the flight. So people assume, like, I'm not quite sure what they speculated, like, because in the spaceships, like, we see, like, they lift up things into the airship, like the air thingy. So maybe they just picked it up, but yeah, then again, I can't really imagine that in my head. But it's very interesting. Who knows? I mean, to think that we're the only living thing on planet, or on one planet with this one thing, because I think that's kind of what's the word? It's not selfish. I can't think of the word. Anyway, I think we're not the only ones that are alone. I think there's other people out there, other species on other planets. So I think it's interesting. this guy called I'm going to get this name wrong, but it's Mauritius. Sorry if I got the name wrong. He speculated that there was a UFO sighting off coast where those fragments of MH370 were found. Apparently, it was supposedly said that it was emerging from the water, which is interesting, because if he saw it, I don't know. I mean, would it be all in for the news? I guess, unless they just thought he was crazy. But yeah, wow. I actually really like that theory. I know it seems like crazy and like, you know, but I like to have an open mind that there are other things living in other worlds or in our worlds, you know. So it's interesting. I forgot to mention also that there are 239 passengers on the plane and 12 crew members, as we know. It's really sad. It's really sad because this was 6 years ago. 8th of March 2014. I mean, I don't think nothing like this has ever happened. We've all seen the TV show Manifest, right? I think that is based on this MH370. The basic background story is this plane with a lot of passengers. They got another plane, the plane after, and they had this turbulence through the storm or something like this. I can't remember. I haven't watched the first episode for ages, but I love that show. And basically, they returned 5 years later, and they've not aged one bit. And people calling it a supernatural experience. And some people call them freaks, some people call them like saviors. So I guess it's kind of saying like maybe something like that could happen. I don't know, but I'm very interested in that. I have no idea if something like time travel is something related to that, because they returned 5 years later, but they're not aged. So I would definitely have to do a video on time travel because it's very intriguing, but it's very confusing. So I have no idea if I'm clever enough to do that. But yeah, they are many theories that I read up. So there are so many theories. There's crazy ones, there's less crazy ones. I'm just going to run quickly through them. So this was our pilot was the prime suspect. His name was Sahin Ahmed. Sorry, that's so wrong. I do not know how to say names. I'm very terrible with them. Apparently he cleared all his work, all his social calendar and commitments, unlike the rest of the crew. And that's why they kind of made him prime suspect, because they thought that he took the plane down. But I don't think that's true. I don't think he would kill 239 people on board, including him. But you know, anything's possible. But then again, it's not fact. It's just a conspiracy that people have made up. Another theory is that terrorists crashed it into the sea. While no one claimed responsibility, that still has not stopped. People speculating that maybe they hijacked the plane and maybe crashed it into the sea. But then again, has anyone been? There's been tons of search in the sea, but wouldn't they have found anything by now? So I don't think that's possible either. But then again, anything's possible. Then you got the Asian Bermuda Triangle. That is very, very popular on social media. Like, literally very popular. I guess it's because of the sudden and unexplained disappearance of the radar. Maybe. Some people think that it hid behind another plane. I don't know how that works. Maybe that's why they came off the radar, hid behind another plane, so they lost contact between behind and the plane. These are planes, you know. So maybe. And the last theory that I found was the Illuminati was included into the disappearance. Now, I think, as much as I love conspiracy theories, alright, I love researching the Illuminati. I want to research more. I want to find out what it is, if it's true. You know, the New World Order and that. But as much as I love that conspiracy theory, I think it's a bit far-fetched. I don't think you can link the Illuminati to the MH370 flights. But then again, anything's possible. So we have no evidence that these theories are actually true or they're not. But I thought, I did some research that there was some audio of the cockpit of the pilot talking back to the control person. So I thought if I just play a bit of the audio, maybe we can get a idea of what state he was in and like kind of what he was saying. I mean, I'm not a communication person myself, but I don't know, everyone can have their own theories, and yeah. But then again, we still need to remember that these are actual real life people. The mums, the dads, sisters, brothers, auntie, uncles. So we just need to keep in mind of that. Anyway, let's do this.
370, 3 to right of takeoff. Nice. Right to right, Malaysia, Malaysia 37. Thank you. Malaysia, Malaysian 370. Malaysian 370, selamat pagi. Identified climb flight level 180. Cancel assign interact direct to Ikari. Okay, level 180 direct Ikari, Malaysian 370. 370, contact lampu radar 1326 tonight. Alright, 1326 Malaysian 370. Share express 1. Number control Malaysian 370.
Malaysian 370, lampu radar, good morning, climb flight level 250.
Morning, level 250, Malaysian 370.
Malaysian 370, climb flight level 350.
Climb level 350, Malaysian 370. Malaysian 370, maintaining level 350.
Malaysian 370.
Malaysian 370, maintaining level 350.
Malaysian 370. Malaysian 370, contact Ho Chi Minh 120.9. Good night.
Good night, Malaysian 370.
So, it's kind of hard to understand all that because it's like it's not how they say it, but it's their language of all they can hear is like Malaysian 370. So that's obviously MH370 plane. I guess they're just kind of contacting their status, their whereabouts, and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not quite sure because I'm not really a air pilot, so but they are seeing like stuff like Malaysian 370 good night, which is interesting. I don't really see I can't really hear any fear or any strain, is how you say it, straint, or pressure in his voice. It seems all normal. But then again, I'm not a communication analyst or that, but it's interesting. What do you think about MH370? Like, what do you guys think that happened? I mean, It's really sad. Really sad. And there you have it. There is my first conspiracy theory. I have many more theories to come up. So, there's Bermuda Triangle, the Lost City of Atlantis, Illuminati, MK Ultra. We've got the Titanic, and we got a lot of stuff to come up, which I'm very intrigued to do. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. I'm reading through your comments. So if you guys want to guess your theories or conspiracize or want any more theories, just pop up and I'll read them. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time.